Hello, Bobcats. This is Dr. Allward coming to you this year for our annual State of the School address. Today I'm going to give you some information about where things stand in Grand Blanc Community Schools and how we're progressing with our initiatives and the other things going on in the district. So first though, we want to give you some demographic information about our free and reduced population. Our student demographic information in terms of ethnicity is on the screen as well. And then our operating budget, which is just under $104 million, along with our bonded debt millage of 6.3 mils. Foundation allowance is currently at $9,600. I will point out that our enrollment has declined, similar to other state schools and nationally, but we are anticipating that stabilizing here shortly. As I stated before, our count currently for fall of October 23 was 7,750. We've since reduced that number slightly in this school year, but you can see the individual buildings enrollment along with our ratios at the elementary, our certified staff count, and our total staff, including contracted employees. As we move into 2025, one of the things we're very excited about is our next level campaign for future elections. The first of which will be our sinking fund in May of 25. That's our warm, safe, and dry fund, which I'll speak more about here shortly. The second is our no mill bond, which is a result of our strategic planning efforts and capital improvement planning from 2023. That would be May of 26. And then finally, our non-homestead renewal in May of 2027. None of these initiatives would raise any taxes for Grand Blanc families. So the sinking fund, what is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is, in essence, our warm, safe, and dry fund. This is something that has been renewed in Grand Blanc for up to 50 years. This will be the 11th renewal that we're going to take to the community in May. So this is something that specifically can only be used for capital improvement maintenance. So preventative maintenance on our facilities, including our boilers, HVAC, paving, roofs, all the things that keep our students warm, safe, and dry. So some other important updates this year include our safety and security efforts. As always, this is a top priority for us in Grand Blanc to assure that our students and staff are safe in all of our buildings. We're transitioned our security staff from a previous vendor to Premier Security. That includes a combination of both armed and unarmed guards. We've also trained our administrative staff and building teams on threat assessment guidelines. Our comprehensive school threat assessment guidelines, or CSTAG, is a process that our administrative teams and staff have been trained in over the past 2 years to assure that every threat is taken seriously and we can deem it if it's credible or non-credible. We've installed additional lighting on top of our Tartoni Center. We've completed secure entryway projects at Indian Hill, Anderson, and Cook. We've also purchased a K-9 unit that is with Detective Rouse, our school resource officer at the high school. He's been trained his name is Ace, and he's been trained in weapons detection. We've operationalized our biannual meetings of the district threat assessment team, and again, improved lighting in our central campus parking lots. So my office has continued to operate the Bobcat Advisory Councils. This includes the Parent Advisory Councils, our Student Advisory Council, staff, business, civic leader, and community. Some of the things that we're discussing with these councils this year include our election cycle, but we're also talking about our calendar, the semester exam schedule, and then the personal finance and PE graduation requirement. Another initiative that we're very proud of this year is the increase in our multi-tiered system of supports, or MTSS model. MTSS is basically how we address students that may be performing above or below level in both academics and behaviors. So some of the things we've done this year is we've increased our work K-12 through an MTSS coordinator, which has been hired, focused on data. We've worked with our K-12 administration to establish an academic and behavioral matrix. We've created common behavioral expectations K-12. We piloted the responsibility room at our Grand Blanc High School campus. The responsibility room at the high school is a space where students can go to work with a certified staff member to identify the behaviors that have brought them to that relationship with their teacher and to put a proactive plan in place for the classroom with a specific staff member. Our middle schools have implemented the second step social emotional learning curriculum, and we're very proud of the work we've done with the Hope Squad at our middle school and high school campuses, which is an anti-suicide initiative focused on our students. And then lastly, as we continue our mental health supports, we held the Be Well Bobcats Expo, where 100 plus vendors and over 1,000 residents came in to hear about what resources are out in our community to support both our students and families. This past year, we've entered into some new partnerships with staffing. Some of our contracted services we've worked with in the past, we've transitioned to some new staffing companies. The first of which is Genesee Educational Consultant Services, or GECS. They're helping us provide bus drivers and other support personnel. The next is EduStaff Staffing Solution, who we currently have worked with for our substitutes, but we've now transitioned to some of our coaching positions and other support personnel working with EduStaff. So these were formerly staffed through our Century Temporary Services. From the 2020 bond, we had multiple things happen over this past year, including the ribbon cutting of Frank Thomas Field, where the track, baseball, and softball facilities have been updated. We've completed a renovation of the high school east pool into a multi-purpose space. We've installed a beautiful new digital sign on Saginaw Street for the community. And then we've had the opportunity to replace some of our playground equipment at McGrath and Anderson Elementary School, along with installing an esports lab, not only at our high school, but at West Middle School as well. And then of course, our flexible furniture rollout, which was accounted for about $10 million of our previous bond project, or previous elected bond in 2020, K-12. We started K-5, and we completed that this past year with our secondary buildings. So as I stated before, mental health supports continue to be a priority and a focus for the district post-pandemic. I know that some of the things that we're working on internally are our partnerships with Easter Seals and Genesee Health Systems. We do have on-site supports from these two agencies that help support our kids. We've participated in the CDC, or the Center for Disease Control's Promoting Adolescent Health Grant at the ISD. That they have been facilitating that work with our team. We have Mental Health Awareness Month, which is going to include Hope Week, which again is in support of our Hope Squad initiative. And then we've been participating in the steering committee work that the My Student Voice survey provides for us, that we've used with all of our stakeholder groups, such as our students, our staff, and our parents. And some other points of pride. I know it's always hard in this State of the School address to encapsulate everything. There's a lot that goes on in the district every year, but things that we're very proud of. FAFSA coordinator position at our high school to promote the opportunities post-secondary for our students. We've conducted instructional rounds, all of our buildings K-12, and we continue to focus on moving the needle academically for our kids. We've hosted Michigan Department of Education instructional coaching at Anderson Elementary. We've conducted a STEAM pilot, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics, at Reed Elementary and Bobcat Innovation. We've held the second annual Summer Arts Academy at Mason. In the middle school, we expanded that practice last year to a middle school Summer Band Academy at West Middle School. In career and technical education, our construction trades program continues to look for great partnerships in the community. One of these partnerships they've identified this year is with Catholic Charities of Flint to construct tiny homes for veterans in the city. Other points of pride from this past year includes our partnerships with the city, township, and chamber to host 5 block party events at our high school campus. This included a free family movie night, food trucks, and a free concert on the front lawn. It was a great way for us to bring people to Central Campus and Central downtown Grand Blanc to celebrate the improvements that the voters approved through our previous bond project in 2020. We have some wonderful educators in Grand Blanc, and some of those people have contributed to a level where we've named some facilities after them. This past year, we named the gym at Mason after longtime teacher Jan Cornelison. We named the pool at the athletic complex after longtime coach and teacher at the high school, Craig Oldham. And we celebrated the impact of former Superintendent Dr. Gary Leip at both high school campuses and at the athletic complex with the dedication of the 2 legacy walls, which highlight all of the history of Grand Blanc in our community. Grant Fisher continues to wow. He set 2 world records recently, and he was the first male athlete ever to medal in the 5,000 and 10,000 events at the Olympics. We welcomed him back as the Grand Marshal of the Homecoming Parade, so that was a wonderful event. We were very excited for that, and we look forward to continuing to celebrate Grant as he moves towards the 28 Los Angeles Olympics. We held a dress rehearsal of Newsies for our local seniors. We're going to be doing that again this coming April with Little Shop of Horrors, and we love that civil service or community service project that provides for our students, and it also brings in people that are very dedicated and supportive of our school, and we want to make sure that we give them the good news of the district as well. And then lastly, we're continuing our work on culture and belonging for all students in Grand Blanc through our equity and inclusion efforts. I know this year we have focused on addressing those with disabilities and impairments. Those are things that we do as best practice all across the district in terms of policy, instruction, access, etc. So that is a glimpse into a year in the life of Grand Blanc Community Schools. As always, we appreciate your support. We're excited about the future, and we can't wait to see where we go next. Thank you, Grand Blanc. Go Bobcats.